At the master's school, Bruce didn't have to sit. He had to use his entire body, and he loved it. New students spent hours practicing the right stance, and Yip Man wouldn't teach a new technique until students mastered the one they were learning. One of the most important exercises students were drilled in was sticking hands, the art of wrapping up an opponent's hands and arms. Sometimes Bruce trained for 4 to 6 hours a day. After months of intense concentration, sweat, and bruises, he didn't have to think about what he was doing. The moves became automatic. Bruce soon became one of Yip Man's top students. Outside the master's school, Bruce kicked leaves off trees to build up his leg muscles. He pounded on a stool during dinner to strengthen his hands. Then one day after school, Bruce joined his friends and used what he had learned to fight others. When Bruce arrived for his lesson the next day, Yip Man ignored him. The master helped other students, but not Bruce. Finally, Bruce asked what he was doing wrong. "You have misused what you are being taught," the master told Bruce sternly. "You are really being taught the discipline of not having to fight." "Then what are martial arts for?" Bruce asked. Yip Man continued to ignore him. This made Bruce mad, and he took it out on other students. The master saw everything. He asked Bruce to meet with him alone. "There are such things as harmony and yielding in martial arts," Yip Man explained. "Big branches of a tree snap under the weight of snow, while weaker and suppler leaves bend and fall." He told Bruce to relax, forget about himself. "You are here with the natural flow," the master continued. "This is even gentleness. There is even gentleness in martial arts." "Gentleness?" Bruce responded. "How can I relax and be calm while exchanging blows and kicks?" Yip Man told Bruce to think about what he had said and not to come for his lessons for a week. Bruce practiced by himself even more and thought deeply about what the master had told him. No answers came, so he gave up and went out on the boat. Gentleness? Bruce asked himself for the 100th time. It didn't make sense. Because he did not understand, did it mean that all the training was for nothing? Angry with himself, Bruce punched the water. Wait a minute. Bruce struck the water again. No matter how hard he hit the water, he couldn't shatter it. He tried to grab the water, but it ran right out of his hands. Water, the softest substance on earth, could never be hurt because it offered no resistance. But with enough force, it could break through anything in the world. Bruce let the boat drift, for it was useless to fight the water. You can see he's thinking, he's trying to shatter it, and then it's running out of his hands over here. Gentleness. I think I understand, Bruce told Yip Man when he returned to his lessons.